Hi, everyone. Welcome back. I'm Morgan Reynolds with Beyond the Trend. And today we're continuing to get to know all of our city council people. And I have the great privilege of having here in my studio our Vice Mayor, Linda Moore. Welcome, Linda.
Hello. Nice to see you, Morgan. I love your little cute space.
Thank you so much. Thanks for being here. You and I have really kind of gotten to know each other because we are working on the Main Street Mural Festival together.
Yes, my passion project and longtime goal since I've been here in Vero Beach was to have a mural festival, and we're going to do it. And it's very exciting, and it's going to be fantastic.
It's happening.
It's happening. It's happening.
The dates are set. The artists are applying.
It's terrifying.
Walls are being claimed. Yes, I know.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's
right
a lot going on. It's happening. Woohoo. We're going to make it look effortless, though.
We're
going to make it look like, they are so organized.
This just came out of nothing. It was all fine.
That's what's going to happen.
So November 7th through 9th.
Yes.
Mark your calendars, everybody.
It's going to be fantastic. There's going to be live music and artist painting all over the place, and food and beverages, and it's going to be super fun.
Lots of partnerships with the other downtown restaurants and businesses.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. And artists are coming from kind of all over the region. So we think it'll be a big draw for tourism. They'll bring their followings and things like that as well.
We have, when's last I heard, it was 30-ish artists?
It's over 40.
It's over 40. Okay. So
over 40 artists
we're going
have
to
applied.
somehow narrow that down to...
What did we say? 20?
Oh, God.
21?
Maybe. Yeah.
Well... Depending on how the fundraising goes, is how many artists we're able to have paint things here in downtown Vero. So, all right. Well, backing up a little bit. So today we want to get to know you a little bit outside of City Council. So as a human being, Linda.
As a human being.
As just a human. Where were you born and raised?
I was born and raised in Miami.
Okay.
And I stayed there until my son was born in 92. And then we moved to Greenville, South Carolina. I had family there, and I felt like it was probably a better place to raise a child than South Beach. And we loved Greenville. We would have probably stayed there forever. Actually, I was going to move to Asheville whenever my son graduated from high school, and he flew the coop, as it were. But my mother became ill, and that's why most of us end up in Vero Beach. So I came here kicking and screaming because I did not want to leave Greenville. But when I got here, I was like, oh my God, this place is amazing. And I just fell in love with it. I will never leave Vero. I'm in love with it completely and totally. It has my heart.
How long have you been here now?
I've been here since 2006.
Okay. And I'm sure there's a very long list, but what are some things that you love about it?
Well, I love the community feeling, the small townness of it, how everyone's kind and nice to you, and everybody's friendly, and everybody kind of knows everybody. When new people move here, I tell them, and they don't know anyone yet, and they come to Kilted Mermaid, and they're like, oh, everybody's so friendly here. I'm like, no. Everybody's so friendly everywhere. And by the time you've been here a year, you're not going to, every single person in Vero, you will know somebody that knows that person.
It's true. It's really true.
Like, do I know anyone that does blah, blah, blah? And then, of course, somebody does. And the arts that we have, I mean, I don't know if people really appreciate the museum that we have, and not one, but two theaters that are both remarkable. I mean, Riverside, of course, crazy remarkable, but also the Theater Guild.
Yeah,
I've never
also
seen a
does an
performance
incredible
there
job.
that wasn't good. And, it's just incredible the amount of art that is available in such a small community. And the amount of philanthropy is pretty amazing too. I mean, it just floors me how much people just give here. It's really a wonderful place to raise a family, and it's a wonderful place just to live and to be. I mean, what's not to like?
Yeah.
I mean, am I supposed to say the beaches? And the beaches are so pretty.
Well, also the beaches. Not
Also
everyone
the
is a beach
beaches.
person. So you're right that just there's a great community spirit here. And I think that's a little bit unique to Vero, especially in Florida, because a lot of Florida is transplants. But once people come to Vero, there's a lot of camaraderie, just that we all live, work, and play in this same small space, and everybody kind of wants to pitch in together.
Yeah, and things have really changed since I moved here. When I first moved here, there was like nothing downtown. There was Saigon Sushi.
That's been here that long?
It was over, yes, but it was in a different place.
Oh,
It
okay.
was, oh God, around the corner from the Stamp, like by the Blue Furniture store. It was in there. That's now part of
Kata?
Yes, it's part of Kata now. Kata expanded, but it used to be over there.
Okay.
And Kitty had Undertow, which I loved. I loved Undertow. That was like the first place that I felt like, okay, I can be here. This is fine.
What was Undertow?
Undertow was where Fish Shack is now. And it was a really cool bar, restaurant, funky ambiance. They had a great patio out back, and the band would be inside, but they'd film it and project it onto the wall outside. Very cool. I've been trying to duplicate that ever since, but I don't have a good wall. But it was a really cool spot. But at the time, it was really not encouraged to open anything downtown, like the city council, everybody really wanted everything to be focused on beachside, and they didn't really want downtown to kind of compete with beachside. And I'm so glad that that attitude has been gone for quite some time, because, I always knew when I first saw, I'm like, why isn't anything open down here? This is so cool. The architecture is so cool. Like when, when I first wanted to put Kilted Mermaid where Cacophony Coffee Shop was, my husband was like, what? And I'm like, no, it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. And it was, and it's great. But, you know, downtown is just completely different from beachside. And I always knew that it could be that, and it would be that. And I'm so happy that it is that.
It is really nice that those two places can exist. And I think also when Three Corners is built and other places are built, places like Ocean Drive and places like Main Street will still keep their individual personalities, and it adds to the variety of what people can do in this community.
I have heard from so many people that Three Corners is going to take business away from downtown, and I just don't see that. I don't see that at all, because since we've been here, every new place that opens, maybe for a week or two, kind of hurts our business because everyone's flocking in the new place. But after that, we all get a little busier. And I think that Three Corners is going to be excellent for downtown, because right now there's really not a nice hotel on this side of the intercoastal. I mean, yeah, everything is on beachside. So if you're staying on this side of the bridge, and we're already, envisioning ways that we can have trolleys or shuttles that go from downtown to Three Corners and back and forth. And I think it's going to be great for the whole community. I don't see it as anything but
I think
good.
It could potentially just add more energy to the community
as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I think so as well.
Yeah. So what made you decide that in the midst of all of this, you wanted to run for city council?
Well, I always said I never would. And I was on the Economic Development Zone Committee. And then when the Three Corners Steering Committee was going to happen, and Robbie Brackett was on city council at the time, I asked him to put me on that committee, because each city council member got to choose someone. And I really was surprised that he did it, but he did. And his reasoning was like, well, I think that you have maybe you're coming from a different headspace than everybody else. You're going to talk about different things. You're going to make sure everything's, going to have good art quality and good, So, I feel like I did, and I do. And after that, I just couldn't stand it. I had to run because I had to make sure that that was done correctly. Like my biggest concern was that we were going to build this thing on the water that is only for the wealthy to enjoy, and it's built to only be enjoyed during season because then it will fail. Like if Kilted Mermaid had no business all summer, how could we possibly exist? But during summer, I mean, granted, are we as busy? No, we're not, but we stay pretty busy all up until like September when everything comes to a crashing, grinding halt. But I think that's everywhere. Right. September is just terrible. But the rest of the summer, we have people coming up from Miami or coming over from Tampa, doing little, local trips, staycations. And that sustains us. How could I pay my staff to work all summer? I mean, you can't just lay people off for 3 months. What are they going to do? So I just really wanted to make sure that place was a destination for everybody, that no matter how old you are or how much money you have or don't have, that there's something for you there that you can do. And during the summer months, that there's enough of a draw for locals to keep it going so that it succeeds. I mean, it's not just a matter of, it's mostly a matter of, do we want to build something that fails? Because I don't want to build something that fails. I don't want that to be on my tombstone. Oh, this was the city council member that built that monstrosity on the river that failed. No, I don't want that. I want it to be whoop, whoop, excellent for the community, excellent for the lagoon. I mean, that was very important to me. Like, what are we putting right on the water and how is it going to interact with, we have problems. We all know it.
Right. Our lagoon needs a lot of TLC.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. So that's what made me run. And then, of course, that's not the only issue that was important to me. It was just kind of the catalyst that made me decide, well, maybe I'll go ahead and do it. And, obviously downtown is very important to me. Everybody knows that. It's not shocking to me, but the lagoon, the infrastructure, our water in general for the whole community, for the whole county, just everything about that is important to me. And, I just don't want to see, the place is going to grow whether you like it or not. There's nothing to be done about it. The county's going to grow. When the county grows, the city's going to grow. You can't stop it from happening, but you can certainly manage the way in which it happens. Like, we don't need any more giant storage units. And, I felt terrible that happened, and it can't happen now because we fixed that part of the code. And honestly, planning and zoning, it's not very sexy. It's not very exciting. It's not very interesting. But updating all the codes of the city has been one of the most important things that we've accomplished in the last 2 years. And we never get any props for that, but it's super important. Let's make sure the things that are allowed to be built are the things we'd actually like to see built. And honestly, I would tighten it up more in certain areas. And then, maybe there's some other areas that I don't always agree with my fellow city council members, but I think for the most part, we almost agree on everything most of the time, which is nice.
You guys do seem to work well as a team.
We do. I feel like I'm always going to be the one talking about the people that live on this side of the bridge. Like, I'm not wealthy. I don't live on beachside. I know many people. I have many friends that do and that are, but I feel like I'm a voice for the people that are the people that work in Vero,
the working folk.
Yeah, yes. The normal folk. The people in my neighborhood, my neighbors, my friends, my staff, I'm in the restaurant business. None of us are rich. We're not rich. We're not getting rich. No one does it to be rich. We do it out of love and craziness and sanity.
I didn't quite know until you and I got to know each other better what a intense foodie you are, and you really love to feed people.
I am. It's kind of a sickness. I am. I just can't stand it. I love it so much. That's why we love having the wine dinners at Kilted Mermaid, because in our kitchen is very, very small. I don't know how many people realize.
As is most kitchens in Vero, I am finding.
Yes, but we don't even have a hood. We have an oven and some induction burners. So what we are able to do, on the regular day in and day out, is, somewhat limited, although I think that we make it work pretty well. But we like to do these wine dinners sometimes because honestly, we just want to show off a little. Like, yeah, this is what you see us do all the time, but you have no idea what we can do and what we can. How was the dinner,
It was
Morgan?
amazing.
Yeah,
Yes. No. So we had the mural festival. We did a fundraising dinner at Kilted Mermaid, and it was 5 courses with cocktail pairings
and wine pairings.
Yes.
It was very good.
It was delicious.
I was pretty pleased with it.
I enjoyed it.
Everyone seemed pretty happy. But yeah, we love to do it because I do love to feed people. I do get excited. We opened Salvador Deli, and that's super exciting for me because it's a completely different menu than Kilted Mermaid. And also we're starting to do like weddings and caterings, and now I get to cook a different thing every time, and it's so much fun. Yeah, no. Food is my life. Food is my love language. I know that's not supposed to be one of the love languages, but it is.
Well, I think feeding people is something that, for a lot of people, it's very gratifying.
Yeah, plus eating out is like everyone's main hobby in the city of Vero Beach. I think that would be like, if you had a list of activities, that's the number one activity. So, I'm in the right place for that.
You are.
Damn.
Yes. Yeah. No, it's a food loving community for sure. A lot of retired people and, families that want to break, and the young people who are looking for stuff to do. Yeah.
Yes.
So as you kind of look at Vero over the next 5 to 10 years or so, what are some things that keep you up at night or that you think are really important to keep focused on or leaning into?
Well, water keeps me up at night. Water, whether we're going to have enough drinking water, whether like when the county talks about expanding the services boundary and approves like 5 million new subdivisions, are we thinking about what we're doing to the Floridan aquifer? Are we thinking of what we're doing to the superficial aquifer? Are we considering, we in Vero Beach are really forward thinking when it comes to that, but we're tiny. There's only so much we can do. And I worry about getting everybody off septic tanks and, just the future of Florida and the nature of Florida, preserving what's here nature-wise is very important to me. And also important because those natural habitats are what makes more water exist, if that makes any sense. Like you can't just pave over everything and expect,
the quality of life to remain
be
the
same. I worry about the lagoon, and now I've started worrying about the airport. The airport. We love our little airport, and I can't say I'm unhappy that JetBlue is here. I am not, but it's taken everybody a little by surprise. We knew that Breeze was coming for a year. Like we improved the infrastructure, we put in the security terminal, all that stuff that we did getting ready for Breeze, and it's not going to be enough. And what I'm afraid of, I think, is that if we add on this and add on that, and then the JetBlue's going to have more flights in and out every day. And where does it end? Like we add more parking. Okay, so now that's not enough parking. So now we have to add more and more parking. Okay, so now it's a parking garage. And the more stuff you add, the more you're increasing the options for it to get bigger and bigger and bigger.
So maybe there needs to be kind of a strategic plan, with like a 5 and 10-year goal with some caps on things that, this is what we're trying to expand to. And then,
I think everybody is hyper focused on that right now. I can't talk about any future legislation, obviously, but this is much more top of mind than it was maybe 2 weeks ago when we didn't realize that we're not allowed to actually tell them, no, you can't come. Oops.
Well, could you just quick tell people why that is, that it's
a
little bit?
Because we're a commercial airline or airport officially, we are not allowed to tell an airline that they can't fly in and out of our airport as long as they adhere to this, basically a list of criteria that we have, which is, how heavy are the planes, or can we accommodate them on the runways and things of that nature. we're not allowed to say, no, I'm sorry, we won't do business with you because, it's a federal facility. We have to treat everyone equally. So,
but there are, I mean, if another airline called us tomorrow and said they wanted to be there and we just didn't have the space for them, we would be able to say there just is not space right now for you to have a terminal or park your planes or whatever, right?
I mean, it just the fact that you can land and take off isn't the only consideration. Like one of the criteria is that whatever flights you're adding can't be within an hour of an existing flight because and that's all well and fine, but can you imagine if a Breeze flight was delayed and then people are showing up for the JetBlue flight? I mean, we just don't have the space for those people. I mean, we'll have to have like some kind of shuttle bus and bus them to some other area to wait. I don't even know what that looks like.
So
I don't even want to think about it.
Okay, a lot of logistics to be worked out still.
Keeping me up at night. Okay. I don't even want to think about it.
We asked. We asked and now we know.
Now stop. Oh.
So aside from the city counseling, you and your family live, work, and reside here.
We do.
Your husband, your son.
Yes, his husband.
Yes.
We all live here.
Do you have dogs, cats?
Yes, we have a dog named Lily. Everybody, a lot of people that come to Kilton know Lily because she makes a little guest appearance from time to time, and we love her very much. No cats. The kids have cats. They have a roommate with cats, and now apparently they're their cats. So, I don't know. So,
and what are some other things that you guys do for fun or to kick back a little bit? I know.
And all that spare time.
You keep very busy, I know.
I mean, I paint, but I'm not a professional. I do paint, though, sometimes on a Tuesday. My husband and I are married, but we do not live in the same house, which works out great for us. It's our thing. We love it. We sleep at his house for 3 nights a week. We sleep at my house 3 nights a week. And then Tuesday nights, we have our separate evenings, which, I mean, being married to the person that you work with is a lot. We're together 24/7. So that Tuesday night, some of my girlfriends come over. Sometimes we paint. Sometimes we paint and we drink wine. Sometimes we just drink wine. Anything could happen. But I do enjoy painting. I am a collector of orchids. It is my guilty pleasure. Cannot help myself.
Very addictive in Florida.
It is. Yes. I can't stand it.
I love an orchid.
I know. I'm counting the days until the first weekend in September. I think it's the 6th. I don't know the exact, but McKee is having an orchid show. If you guys are into orchids, oh my God, I can't wait. My husband will be like looking at how much did you spend on that? How much is that?
Do you get very exotic orchids?
I do. I pretty much only do. I mean, because I have like 78, I think, orchids. Yeah. And there's not a lot of room. So if someone's going to join the team, it has to be something.
Have to be special at this point.
Yeah. Something weird that I don't already have. I like to buy orchids that are not in bloom when I buy them and just be surprised the first time they bloom. Like I'm not really sure what it's going to look like. It's very exciting. Yeah, so that's what I do, and make murals happen all over. We started Brooke Malone from Walking Tree, and I started our little nonprofit, the Downtown Vero Beach Mural Project, in 2018, and that's when we started working towards, in a meandering way, having a mural festival downtown. And she painted the first mural that we actually sponsored, and it took us 2 years to actually pay her for that because, we had to start somewhere.
Right. That's how these things get started.
That's how these things get started.
Yeah. Start. Yeah.
But so we've done, I feel like 9 murals, maybe more than that, with the mural festival. I mean, it's been going on for a while, and then we were pretty quiet during COVID. And then, now it's kind of coming back around. And then when I was on city council, it was too much. But now here we are, living the dream, making the murals happen. So yeah, art's very important to me. One of the first murals that we did was with the charter high school. And 4 students were on the wall with the big Vero Beach thing, the white circle with the Vero Beach. It's
Yes, that's become
downtown.
very iconic.
Yes,
Yes,
well,
on
those
14th
kids
Avenue.
designed that mural, and if
That's
you
so
ever
cool.
like really analyze it, you can actually tell that it's 4 different styles. That Kenneth did the far left, and Alexis did Kenneth did the far right. Alexis did the far left. It was like different artists doing, and then they were all on the wall all the time, and it was we got to know each other really well. They're dear to me to this day. Some of them don't live in Vero anymore, but they always come and visit me when they're in town. And yeah, a great group of kids. They all got scholarship money that the Brackett Foundation actually donated that. Yeah, yeah, very cool.
Nice. That's just one of the very cool things about Vero is that all of these different projects you really do, because it's a small community, you can get to know people on such a personal level. And then those are relationships that just last and
forever.
last.
They last forever. Yeah.
Yeah. And in a big city, you can be a part of something and then never see or hear from those people again type of thing. But in Vero, everybody, I think, makes the effort to try and stay connected and, take care of each other.
When we first got Kilted Mermaid, we wanted to put the patio out on the side of the building. So Rick was from Orlando, and in downtown Orlando, they have these patios that they move in and out every night. Like it's on wheels and it's little barricades, and they move the tables in, and because they have to be after 5 p.m. So we were kind of envisioning, well, we could put it up and then we'll take it down and we'll have tents out there. And so we talked to Jay Kramer, the mayor at the time. He's like, well, why don't we just give you a license agreement to use that one lane and you can just put a patio there? And we're like, okay. And I think that's what kind of got me involved in local politics. I'm like, wow, that was very satisfying. You can just talk to your local representatives and get them to solve a problem for you, which is, what I do all the time now. People call me with, whatever problems they have. There's a pothole in my street. That's what I'm here for.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Well, Linda, do you have any other anything you want people to be thinking about Vero, or something recent that you learned about Vero, or anything you want to leave the people with before we go?
Well, I just want everybody to really, we hear a lot of people complain about a lot of things, and I understand. I'm very frustrated with how slow government works. Very frustrated. If you're used to business, you're used to just being able to do things quickly and efficiently as soon as you decide to do them. But I want everyone to take a step back and really appreciate what we've got here, this beautiful, beautiful community. And even if you don't agree with all of us on city council, just know that we're all up there trying so hard to make this the best possible place that it can be. And, just everybody maybe be a little less mad all the time. And just, everybody should be just a little bit less mad all the time. I think that we have more in common than we do not. And that is my final thought for everyone.
Thank you so much for being here, Linda.
It was great. Thank you, Morgan. This was not as painful as I thought it was going to be.
Well, we try to keep it easy breezy here. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. We will continue to speak with our local representatives and get to know them better as people. And remember, if you want to get more involved or get to know your local representatives, you can always go to the city website, contact any of them via email, call, come to city council meetings, and stay connected to all the very cool things that are happening. So thank you, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.